Hello, peoples of the internet, and welcome to your second tutorial in programming games. So, this tutorial we're actually going to make a start on getting together some graphics of the screen and starting to get ourselves familiar with OpenGL. I think you'll find it's actually incredibly simple. OpenGL, it's not as daunting as all these functions may make themselves to seem. Right, so we're going to want to start by importing something. So we're going to import, let's see if I can remember it, .lwjgl.opengl.gl11 and .star, so we import everything. Right, so the first thing we need to do is we need to actually set up OpenGL. So we're going to make a new method here called init OpenGL. Okay. So what we're going to do here is, I always forget which matrix mode we have to do. Hold on. Okay, it's a projection matrix. Sorry about that. So we're gonna start off by doing gl11.gl clear color, and this is basically the red, green, blue alpha of what we want the color to be where there's no geometry. That needs to be 0.0f because this takes floats. Alpha will be 1.0f. Okay, so now we're going to want to set up what's called a matrix. We'll go into matrices more when we go to modify them ourselves. But currently we're just going to set up a projection matrix. Okay. We're then going to call gl11.gl load identity. Now this doesn't need to be here, but what this does is it basically means if anything's accidentally tampered with the matrix, we're just going to completely reset it before we go on to run this next piece of code, which sets up our R2d Orthographic View. So we're going to do gl ortho. Okay. So what we need to do here is we need to define the width and the height of the thing, and it's quite confusing the way this works, I find. But we'll do it anyway. Naught, and then we want to enter the width of the window because we're going to start at naught and it's going to end at width. Then we want to do height, and the top is going to be naught as well. Z name and Z file, you just make -1 and 1 for any programming in 2D because we don't use a Z axis. It's basically how far you can see on the Z axis. So if we run this now, hopefully we're not going to get any errors, nope. But there goes all my displays. But currently there's nothing actually on here. We want to start drawing graphics. So let's do that. Oh, hang on, we didn't test it properly. I didn't call the actual init OpenGL function. Okay, yeah, we didn't get any crashes, so it's all working. So now we want to draw stuff. So we're gonna put up a standard tick and render function here. These are very standard in game programming. You have one function to render all the objects and the other function to tick and or update them all. So in this loop, I'm gonna call this .tick. There's great debate as to which should go first, tick or render, in your function. I read a big thread on it on the JGO forums, and to be honest, it doesn't matter. You can put them anywhere. I generally put tick first because I feel it generally makes a little bit more sense to update before you render, but you can do it anyway. It really doesn't make a difference. So in our render function, because this is where we're going to be drawing, we're going to want to draw a basic square. I'm going to put gl11.gl begin, gl11.gl underscore quads, and gl11.gl end. I could import OpenGL statically and not have to put gl11 in front of everything, but I'm not going to do that. So lol. we're then going to want to declare 4 vertexes. .gl vertex 2f, and you're going to instantly notice that this is pretty simple. So what we've basically said here is that we want to start drawing quads, and here we want to end drawing quads, and we've put 4 calls to the vertex function between that. So they're basically the 4 vertexes of the quad. So let's set up a basic square here. Don't worry if you don't understand, if you can't think off the top of your head the dimensions, like the coordinates of a square. When you actually start programming this a lot, you'll just be able to think up these kind of dimensions off your head. They're quite easy. Okay, so if we run this now, we're going to get a square in our top right hand corner. Isn't that exciting? So that's basically it. Not sure there's much more that we need to go into for this tutorial. I guess we could play around with a couple of different ones, so we can have GL triangles. So if we just remove that one, so we've got 3 vertexes, it creates a triangle for us. If I put that one in, what would happen? Nothing. It will only accept them in groups of 3. We can put GL lines. That's interesting. Oh, I guess, yeah. Let's actually set this naught value to 10, so that the entire thing is being displayed on the screen. Yep, so we have 2 lines. Little quick tip, if we call gl11.gl line width, we can actually make these lines a lot thicker. So there you go, we set it to 5 and they're now a lot thicker. We set it to 50 and they'll be huge. And we can also have GL points. So if we run that, it's kind of hard to see, I'm not sure if you can see it on the recording, but there's little dots there now, where each vertex is. So that's the basic functions of that. We'll go into, I think next tutorial will be a relatively short one on colour, and then we'll go into some other stuff. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.